म्यूटा म्यूटा ना
Students.
अनम्यूट करे इसमें. हेलो हेलो स्टूडेंट्स.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, आवाज आ रही है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. ओके, सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट. So let us start with the new topic in the larynx, and we will discuss 4 topics total in the larynx. So among these 4 topics, today's topic is the vocal cord nodule and the laryngosele. So the first is the vocal cord nodules. Now, this is the anatomy of the vocal cord. If we go for the indirect laryngoscopy, you can see the part of the tongue and then the epiglottis, the left and right vocal cords, and behind these vocal cords is the trachea, and these are the ventricles and the saccades. So normally what happens if you go to the physiology, that the function of the vocal cord are two folds. One is the production of sound, and second is the respiration. And if we see the actions of the vocal cords, these vocal cords may come in the midline. This is called the adduction of the vocal cords, and this can go laterally. This is called the abduction of the vocal cords. So how they produce the sound? That first of all, when the sound is produced, the patient will take the deep breath. And when he takes the deep breath, these vocal cords, they both come into the midline here, and they close the glottis. And when they close the glottis, the air cannot go out, but there is a pressure of the air behind these vocal cords, which will cause the vibration of the vocal cords. And this vibration produces the sound. And this sound can be interpreted with the tongue and different structures of the mouth to produce the speech. So there's a difference between the sound and speech. The sound is produced by the vocal cords, and speech is produced by the articulating organs. The articulating organs may be the tongue, maybe the soft palate, maybe the floor of the mouth, and so on. So the function of the vocal cord is to produce the sound. Now these vocal cords, when they produce the sound, they come like this into the midline. There is no space in between the vocal cords, and the air is present behind the vocal cords, and it will cause the vibration of the vocal cords, which will produce the sound. Now definition of the vocal nodules are that these are like this. These are the thickenings present on the vocal cords bilaterally on both the vocal cords at the junction of the anterior 1/3 and posterior 2/3. When the thickening or nodules are produced at the junction of the anterior 1/3 and this posterior 2/3 of the vocal cord, these are called the vocal nodules. Why they are vocal nodules are produced? These are produced because these vocal nodules are always present in those persons who use the excessive voice. बहुत ज़्यादा चीखते चिल्लाते हैं. They use the excessive voice. And sometimes the quality of the voice, the person who change the quality of the voice, suppose अगर आप स्टेशन पे चली जाए या ट्रेन में चली जाए, तो वहाँ पे एक बाल्टी में जो है वो कोको कोला पेप्सी कोला डाल के आ जाते हैं और they produce abnormal sound. कैसे? ठंडे वाला. This type of the sound is the abnormal sound. And when this abnormal sound is produced, it will cause the damage to the vocal cords. because these vocal cords, they come in the midline very fast and they will produce the damage to the vocal cords and the medial surface of the vocal cords. So there will be the production of the hematoma. Hematoma is a collection of the blood. Whenever there is trauma, there is a collection of the blood. And this will cause the hematoma. And that hematoma will be organized, and they will be organized in the form of nodules like this. And these nodules are produced on the vocal cords. So what will be the effect of these vocal cords? Now, here you can see that these are the thickenings or the nodules on the surface of the vocal cords at the junction of the anterior 1/3 and posterior 2/3. अब जब ये nodules produce होते हैं, तो these vocal cords cannot come very close in the midline due to the presence of these vocal nodules. So when these vocal nodules are present, there is a space between the two vocal cords from where the air column cannot be produced behind the vocal cords, and there will be the wastage of the air from these spaces. So when the air column is not produced properly, then there will be the hoarseness of voice because the sound cannot be produced properly. So hoarseness of voice is the abnormal sound produced. This is the hoarseness of voice. So hoarseness of voice is the abnormal quality of the voice. There may be the vocal fatigue. Vocal fatigue क्या है? थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा बोलेंगे, थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा टाइम के लिए बोलेंगे, तो आवाज़ बैठ जाएगी. This is called the vocal fatigue. And when we go for the indirect laryngoscopy, it will show the nodules on the vocal cords. So hoarseness of voice, vocal fatigue, and the presence of the nodules on the vocal cords at the junction of the anterior 1/3 and posterior 2/3. There is a question that when there is a production of the abnormal sound, the whole vocal cord, they come in close contact with each other. Then why the nodules are produced at the junction of the anterior 1/3 and posterior 2/3 only? Because this is the space, this is the site where the maximum contact takes place. And wherever the maximum contact takes place, there is a formation of the hematoma at this site. So this is the cause that why there is the reduction of these nodules at the junction of the anterior 1/3 and posterior 2/3. So if there is a vocal cord nodules, then the first important thing is the voice rest. Ask the person to rest the voice. Don't use excessive voice and don't use abnormal voice. So this is called the voice rest. Kam bolega, asta bolega. And we can also go for a speech therapy. Speech therapy is the therapy. A speech therapist is a person, is like a teacher who will teach the person how to use the proper voice. So speech therapy in these patients are very important. So two things are voice rest and speech therapy in the first stage. And if these nodules resolve with the voice rest and speech therapy, there is no other treatment required. But when there is nodules, they do not regress, then we will go for the microlaryngeal surgery. Microlaryngeal surgery is the laryngeal surgery where we use the microscope. We use the direct laryngoscope. We enter into the larynx through the direct laryngoscope. We will see the larynx and we will fit the microscope over there so that we can have a good image of the larynx. And after that, we can go for the removal of these vocal nodules. And we can also use the laser also. So we should have to remove the nodules either with the forceps, with the scissors, or with the laser. So microlaryngeal surgery, the removal of the nodules by the scissor and forceps or by the laser. So voice rest, microlaryngeal surgery, laser, and speech therapy are the different options of the treatment. Now the second topic is the laryngosele. This laryngosele is also very common, and basically this laryngosele is the air contained into the ventricle and secured. when the ventricle and sacule, normally the ventricle and sacule does not contain the air in the larynx. But when they contain the air, there is a formation of the bag of the air into the ventricle and sacule. And when this air is present into the ventricle and sacule, then it is called the laryngocoel. क्या काज हो सकते हैं? एयर क्यों ट्रैप हो जाती है? This laryngocoel is seen in the glass blowers and trumpeters. The trumpeter, ये trumpet है. This is called the trumpet. और ये बंदा जो है वो trumpet बजा रहा है. ये क्या करेगा? He will produce the air into the mouth, and this air, he will push that air into the trumpet with force. So what will happen inside the mouth and inside the larynx? A lot of air pressure will be produced, and देख रहे हैं इसकी जो है वो पूरा mouth जो है वो air के साथ full है. When there's a lot of air with a lot of pressure is present into the larynx, then the air will go into the ventricles and sacules, and they will be trapped there, and they form a bag of air into the ventricle and sacule, which is known as the laryngocoel. अब इसके दो टाइप्स होते हैं. One is the internal laryngocoel. This internal laryngocoel is present into the valleculi, ventricle, sacule, valleculi. These are the spaces near valleculi, are the spaces between the epiglottis and the tongue, and there is a space lateral to the vocal cord, which is known as the ventricle and sacule. So air will go into the valleculi or into the ventricle and sacule, and then it enters into the pre-epiglottis space. So the whole valleculi, ventricle, sacule, and pre-epiglottic space, it contains the air. And when this contains the air inside the larynx, that is known as the internal laryngocoel. External laryngocoel, when this air which is contained into the ventricle and sacule, it passes through the thyroid membrane and present into the neck. When the air containing sac is present into the neck, then it means that it is the external laryngocoel. And the third one is combined, that you can see through the indirect laryngoscopy, the internal laryngocoel is also present. And you can palpate from the neck, the air containing sac into the neck is also present. So there is the internal and external laryngocoel together, which is known as the combined laryngocoel. So there is internal laryngocoel, external laryngocoel, and the combined laryngocoel. What could be the clinical features? Definitely, the lot of air is present into the larynx, into the ventricles, into the sacule, into the valleculi. So the function of the vocal cord is hampered. The vocal cord cannot move properly due to the pressure of the air, and it will cause the hoarseness of voice again. And you can see the air containing spaces into the larynx through the indirect laryngoscopy. You can palpate the neck swelling containing air, the soft fluctuating swelling. और उसको अगर आप प्रेस करेंगे तो एयर जो है वो गर्गल करते हुए अंदर चली जाएगी लैरिंक्स में, लेकिन छोड़ेंगे तो फिर जो है वो नेक स्वेलिंग हो जाएगी. So this is the air containing swelling into the neck, and as far as the vocal cords are not proper functioning, so there will be the respiratory obstruction. The vocal cords, they also help in the respiration. During inspiration and during expiration, there is the abduction of the vocal cords. The vocal cords, they go widely apart laterally, and it creates a space into the larynx so that air should go in and out. So if they do not work properly, there will be the respiratory obstruction. And whenever there is the lot of air is present, so it will cause the vibration of the vocal